Consider the freakout over Zohran Mamdani over the last few months from all sides. Establishment Democrats, Republicans, Fox News, the New York Times op-ed board, everybody has been freaking out about this guy. Jonathan Greenblatt at the NBL or the ADL. Think about how these people have been freaking out about this guy because he's Muslim. All the memes that we've seen from right-wing commentators and whatnot, posting photos of the Twin Towers on 9/11 and comparing Zohran Mamdani to the terrorists who flew planes into those buildings. Those terrorists from Al-Qaeda, Osama bin Laden. Picture all of that in your head. Today, Tuesday, November 11th, in the Oval Office of the White House, President Trump met with a former member of Al-Qaeda. As a part of Al-Qaeda, he fought against U.S. forces in Iraq. At one point, he had a $10 million bounty on his head and was eventually imprisoned by U.S. forces in Syria for several years. Today, Donald Trump met with him in the Oval Office of the White House because that man is now the president of Syria, Ahmad al-Sharah. Trump welcomed him to the White House despite his past ties to terrorism. Laura Loomer blamed the meeting between him and Trump on, quote, the people who work for President Trump, saying the following: sometimes I feel like some of the people who work for President Trump deliberately go out of their way to sabotage him. Who said, let's invite, he was also a member of ISIS apparently, who said, let's invite the ISIS terrorists to the White House for a photo op in the Oval Office on Veterans Day. How many U.S. soldiers did this guy kill? Good question. Somebody replied to her by saying, I think it's high time that people stop making excuses for Trump by blaming the people around him like he has no control whatsoever. Just remember the guy sitting in Florida who everybody MAGA thought was not qualified to be president is doing far more conservative things than Trump ever thought of doing. I guess that referring to little Ronnie DeSantis. Another commenter said, I'm a huge Trump supporter. I voted for him 3 times. I hate feeling betrayed by what he's doing, but I am. He's imploding from within his own administration. It's his fault, though. He's his own worst enemy because his ego blinds his common sense. It's amusing to me that there are people out there who think that Donald Trump has common sense. But, you know, what do I know? I'm just a dumb country lawyer. Donald Trump met with a former member of Al-Qaeda and ISIS today in the Oval Office.